You guys ready to begin? Oh man, bad brains. I hear you on that. Speaking of bad brains, I apologize if I'm a little bit more scattered today than usual. It's been a not quite functional brain day for me, so we'll see how that translates to playing puzzles. Especially since I think we're getting close to some sort of a boss rush as we go through the Mirror Temple. Yes. Yeah, last time, I appreciate you guys sitting with me and listening and talking as we dove a little bit into some really heavy real world stuff, specifically talking about, like, you know, racism and current events and the overlap of those things. I'm gonna keep talking about that some because it's a dress chrono. I like my dress. I'm summery today. No, I think it's really important that we continue having those conversations and talking about things. And since some of it does actually tie into, like, mental health and well-being, I think that that's technically, according to the direction we've taken the stream prior to this, it's to theme. Yeah, quarantine life has definitely done a number on my brain. Oh, right. We're in the Metroid level. Man, this is some creepy sound. Oh, I like this music though. I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to do here. But yeah, Celeste is a good game for talking about hard stuff, and we're going to talk about hard stuff. Maybe we'll talk about creative energy, since that's something we kind of started before the stream proper started. Look at that, there's like this like glowing pink shape in the back upper right corner there. Yeah, who here has taken up a new hobby, by the way? How many of you guys taken up I know baking is a big one, which I'm very excited about as a passionate baker. We can talk about pasta. I've made pasta before. Shall we dive in and get our first death over and done with? Ooh, exciting, Samovar. Oh, goodness. Okay, well, there's our first death. Oh, okay, hold on. Oof. Oh, that's exciting, Blinkspat. What kind of art have you been working on? Because this music is super unsettling, which is funny because, like, the music has, for part of this level, been, like, far and above my favorite music in the game, I think. Oh, man. Earthworm Jim is not for Lawrence. I've watched it be played multiple times, and it's not my thing, but... Oh, man, Squizgar. I've thought about trying to get tested or whatever to see if I do in fact have ADHD, and that's why I can't focus on things and have bad memory and what's the word, you can't get started on stuff. Executive dysfunction, that's it. Oh yeah, so that's a common misconception, Blinkspat, that maybe you didn't have, but I've known people who had, which is like, if I can just get they're like, if I can just get a tablet, my art will instantly be better. But you kind of have to relearn how to draw on the tablet after having learned to draw without a tablet, so. Oops. Well, that's the right step. Let's try this again. Oh. Hold on. Oops, wrong way. Nope. It's gonna take a bit. Okay. Here I am, like, asking you guys lots of questions, and then, like... unable to look at the answers. Oh man, making a comic or reading a comic? I totally did that room. I'm very proud of myself. Okay. So here we're going to try to do, we're going to jump into that and then try to do a diagonal. Let's see if we can do a diagonal. Do you think we can do one? Oop. We totally did. Oh, hey. Okay, hold on. Ah, that's okay. Hold on. Nope, not quite. I used to be like that, but now I just can't get absorbed into anything at all. Because I kind of like, I think I had to train myself. Oops. Oh, I actually, yes, I have. It's been a while, but yes. Oops. I totally had it. Totally had it and then failed. Oops. No, we're gonna get it. We can get it. Oops. Oh my gosh, I had it. Oh, we haven't fought the creepy thing that looks like a Terraria boss yet, have we? We've just seen it. Hold on. No, okay. God, this music is really unsettling. The drums just got heavier, didn't they? Oof. No going back now. Why are these here? Good question. Why are they here? That is strange. Okay. Oh god. Oh no! No! What is this? What is this red stuff? Oh my god. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. He totally hit it for me. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna be very good at He turns into a cute little thing. He's so scary. He makes such a cute sound. How on earth do I get up there? Oh God. Okay. There's a spring. So I'm gonna jump on the spring and then try to hit through that top thing. Okay. Wait, no, there's more to the left, isn't there? So if he can see me. Oh, shoot. It should be corrected to no longer say that I'm playing Final Fantasy VI. So this is some part of me too, though. Sorry guys, I'm having some trouble with this guy. Yeah, because they can activate the switches and we had that section that we could play as them, that kind of establishes to me. So they go from being eyes to being mouths. You see that? No, but the meatballs weren't part of her. The meatballs were part of Oshiro. That is a pretty good question, Madeline. Perhaps what is inside your head is hostile to you. See the eyeball over on the right? Man, that felt tense. I feel like this, yeah, this right here, this scene, this screen, this question is I think it's worth considering. Her very, very sad little baby voice does such a good job of conveying emotion. What are you doing, Madeline? Does it still say Final Fantasy VI? I changed it to Celeste. Well, let me change it to Celeste. Okay. Oh wait, now it says it's a world of balance, but it isn't. Okay. Okay. I thought I changed that. I even went offline and then went back online to try to fix that. But, oh well, it happens. As Madeline is saying, breathe. It's funny, I do actually get... Well, it's because when I opened up my bot, when I opened up FlutyBot, I still hadn't updated that to Celeste, and so that was pulling from my previous stream. Anyway, I actually get a little bit like when I like feel like I've done something wrong with the stream and I'm like letting people down or doing something wrong, and I don't even know because it's not like a logical thing. Like there's no consequences. Like Nobody's gonna like punch through the wall and smack me on the head or be like, we are revoking your right to do these things in your life because you made a small mistake on stream. But for whatever reason, I'm still so much of a perfectionist. No, it's not. It's got nothing to do with embarrassment. Like, I don't think it's to do with embarrassment anyway. I think it's worrying about like letting people down and having done something wrong and that being bad. So, oh man, I still need to get that bundle and then give away the games that I've already got and play the ones that I don't. Very excited about it. Sorry, we're stuck with the anxious music because I'm actually talking myself out of my anxiety. Yeah. So I'm gonna put my foot down because when I get anxious, I start destroying my feet. And I wear socks in the winter, so that's not such a problem. But it is finally warm here, so I am not wearing socks. So I'm gonna not touch my feet. And that should help. Like, so we're gonna stop. The music's actually gotten less scary since she's doing this. Yes, I can't wear socks when it's this. Yeah, I know. Well, I'm not actually showing you guys my feet on stream, so it's all good. No, God, perfectionism. Whew. Where even was I going? There was something else that I was doing. Something else I was saying. Man, my brain, I just completely dropped it. Yeah. Oh, right. It's on topic. The idea of self-destruction and of Madeline's head attacking her so much. Like, this music might not mess with me if it wasn't that I now associate it with the fact that I was just running after or running away from monsters. No, I'm gonna put socks on. Be right back. Phoenix socks. See, because they've got phoenixes on them. Oh yeah, my toe's bleeding. So I'm gonna put on socks. Yeah, so a lot of us have self-destructive behaviors for a number of reasons, usually stemming out of some combination of low self-esteem and control issues. So there's an element of just plain not liking yourself or valuing yourself, and so kind of like punishing yourself for doing bad because you deserve it and because you think you're a bad person, and you're like, maybe if I hurt myself enough, I will stop being a bad person and start being a good person. That sounds good. People definitely have their best behavior and are kindest when they're in pain, definitely. But also there's a certain degree of like, if I hurt myself like this, then I can control the hurt that's happening, as opposed to the world hurting me, which I can't control. It was interesting realizing that a lot of the things, because people are like, oh, control issues. That's why, you know, for example, people have eating disorders. It's usually a control thing, if not exclusively a control thing. And I was like, well, I don't have that really anymore. And like all these other things, I'm like, don't have that. Maybe it's not control issues, but I think, yeah, it's easier to deal with. It's easier to deal with the pain that you do to yourself because you can control what that is. In a world where you can't control the other things that are hurting you. Yeah, it is often pressure relief. It's like somebody who has like a small scale physically destructive behavior in place of something more intense and physically destructive. I cannot condone physically harming yourself, but I can't condemn it either, because a lot of times it is the thing you do. Like, if the emotional or mental pain is bad enough, you physically hurt yourself because that is easier to deal with, and then you can focus on that and not on the rest. So for me, it was never an addiction. So I didn't do it as regularly as a person who is addicted to it, I think, would. Only in certain circumstances when pushed over the edge. But for different people, these different things can have very personal meanings and costs. Oh, I once went on a roller coaster when I was very young, and I was so scared I shut myself off. I told my parents I was so scared I fell asleep because I literally made myself not conscious to be able to handle it. So don't go on roller coasters. I went on a log flume last summer at an amusement park with some friends, and I you know how they like have like they take a photo of you and then you can like buy it on things, and I bought actually the keychain of me and my friend like at the point there, and like I look absolutely like it's just awful. Somebody was like, you look like you're in the amount of pain that having a baby is. And it is awful and horrible. Like, it looks like I was not happy scared, like having a terrible time, and I was, but I did it, and I was proud of myself for confronting that scary thing. I'm never gonna go on a log flume again. I can't, but I did it. I tried. And that was a thing. But the scariest part there, I think, is the loss of control. Which is why I'm scared of roller coasters and merry-go-rounds. They're not scary. They slowly go around in a circle. But horizontal circles, like spinning in horizontal circles that I'm not in control of, just just like, no. Some part of my brain is 100% convinced that that is hell. And if I get in that position, I will be in hell. And that's just how it's going to be forever. And I'm never going to get off of that. Roller coasters, merry-go-rounds. When my brain has a panic attack on an airplane, that's what it's thinking. People are like, I am afraid of flying on planes because I am afraid that something might go wrong with the engine, or I am afraid that something might go wrong with the pilot, or I am afraid that something might go wrong with something that's actually feasibly, reasonably a thing to be concerned about, even if taken to an unhealthy and unlikely degree. Not Lauren. No. Because I'd never had any fear of planes, but now sometimes a switch just snaps in my brain, and my brain is like, we are going to be doing this forever. We are going to be turning horizontally forever. Welcome to hell. And I'm not exaggerating. That's literally what goes on in my brain. So what I have to do is put on music with headphones and close my eyes and imagine that I am riding a luck dragon from the Neverending Story voluntarily. And that calms me down, because it gets my brain, the part of my brain that is in this really crazy, unhealthy, stepping into hell position. That's the part of my brain that can be convinced it's riding a luck dragon through the sky. So we trick it into that, and it works. So if you have a very specific brain like mine, would recommend. I'm laughing. It's not actually funny. But yeah, self-harm. Sometimes self-harm. Oh no, Dead Pencil, I'm sorry. It is helping me. Like, so self-harm, though, it can be a release of worse things. It can be the lesser evil that you do in order to see tomorrow. And so if somebody comes to me and says, hey, I'm really struggling with big things and I self-harmed a little bit, I'm like, well, obviously we don't want you to do that. Like, we want you to be in a position where you don't have to do that. But if that's what you've got to do to see tomorrow, I understand that. But I do think, as Chrono says, there is something to be said for self-harm as an addiction, or as... How do I say this without sounding wrong about it? I say this looking at my high school self. It is both a very genuine problem that emerges out of real things, and also becomes the thing so that you don't have to deal with the bigger thing. You're like, if I hurt myself for this, then I don't have to deal with, you know, what I did wrong or what's hard. I think Badeline is having that realization that you can let this go. That it doesn't hurt, it doesn't help you, it doesn't help your friends. Nobody is happy with your self-harm. Like, when you are hurting yourself, the people around you are hurt by it because they care. And maybe you lash out at them, or maybe just they are sick with worry about you, and that doesn't mean that you need to feel guilty about the fact that you are struggling with things in life, but like, it's a net positive for everybody when you start doing better. And when you let go of, like, think about it as like having like a knife that, like, you're like, I'm out of control and this knife is either going to go outward or it's going to go inward and I deserve it. So you kind of hold there with like a knife against your soul, and you do have to let go of it. And I guess you get used to holding it. And I don't know if it's an addiction, but you get used to it. But it's hard to let go of. But it's really important to let go of the knife and drop it. I wonder why that eye is here. Huh. No? Not quite enough. So yeah, I believe very strongly in a combination of compassion and accountability. And for me, that's what tough love is. Why am I trying to go down? I don't know why I'm trying to go down, but I am. Oops. Oh, so close. I don't even know if that's gonna work. Ah! Okay. No, we're gonna get it though. Anyway, I'm sorry if that winds up being an uncomfortable topic of conversation for anybody here. And I want to make it clear that, again, I don't judge people for being, you know, self-harming. And here's the thing that I might have said on stream before. People are like, they're just doing it for the attention. I'm like, even if they are, the fact that they want that attention indicates that something is wrong, you know? Oh, no! Oh, no, I missed stuff, didn't I? And I can't go back down, can I? Did I miss something important? I don't want to have to do this whole thing over again. god, this is so incredibly Metroid-y. Oh, it wouldn't have been possible to go those ways? Okay. Okay, so I have to go down to unlock that. I wonder if that's supposed to be kind of reminiscent of, you know, in Super Metroid? I'm assuming that a number of you guys know Super Metroid. Perhaps you don't. But if you do, you know how in Super Metroid there's the, there's a section where you, oh geez, wow, it's gonna be a mess. Section where you're going through one of the tunnel thingies and it like has you going automatically through and you see Metroids on either side and then you keep going and you're like, wait, were those Metroids? That's the first time you see Metroids all game. Oops. Alright, this is gonna be interesting. Man, that game is like a master class in things. Oops. Oops. Okay. I bet there's a strawberry in that middle section there. That's why there's the jump crystal. Nope. Oops, did that wrong. Ugh. Okay, it's gonna take a while because I swear there's a strawberry there and I'm gonna get it. Did I do it wrong? Whoa, did you see that? I like made the bubble go up. It's gonna take me a while. What? No, I swear that looks like what? No. Oh, I see. Okay, that's what I have to do. Okay. I guess it's not a strawberry. If I were in charge of the game, that would be a strawberry. But that's a strawberry. Oops. Oh man. Ah. Okay, nope. Nope, 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 no, nope. Right. Boing, 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 boing. Oops. Madeline, have you played too much Metroid? Okay. Do I have to go all the way through that up there and do something with momentum? No, I bet I do. I bet I do. Ugh. That sounds like such a pain. Do you hear the voices? There's voices. No, not yet. Okay. Now I can do this. Too much. Okay. Oops. But the timing there I think is wrong. But I think the idea is right. Nope, gonna do that sooner. Huh, that's gonna be tricky. I love this music. Oh my gosh. I kind of feel like a la carte sometimes with my dash. You know? Oh, there's a good game. Nope. That, okay, hold on. I feel super cool here. All right, let's see. I will know what the whispers are, or I won't, but I'll find out. Nope, not quite enough. Okay, too late. See, like, this is interesting because I'm doing this room over and over again, but I don't mind because it's like the right level of difficulty for me. Yeah! Oops. Okay, hold on. Nope, that's not right. Okay, hold on. No, you want to go over that way. Okay, hold on. Oops! Gonna take a little while again. As long as you guys are okay. Oops! With me doing this, taking a while. Had to powder your nose. Oof. Nope. Not quite enough. Ma. What's happened is Madeline is trying to talk herself through calming down so that she can rescue Theo because this is all in her head. Maybe I'm not doing the full height of my jump. No, I'm not getting the, you know, I'm not getting momentum. I don't think I'm getting the momentum anyway. I got it over there once, but I'm not sure I can do it again. See, like, yeah. And I'm gonna have to in order to be able to do this section. Oh, I see. Okay, okay, got it. Haha, that was a little bit too late. Got it. Okay, hold on. Not quite enough. I waited a little too long that time. Okay. Yeah. So have I ever told you guys that I have a hard time with directional pads and sticks? Because I do. I don't know why that's happening. I mean, obviously, wait. Okay, hold on. Not quite enough. Okay. Now hold on with the Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. What's over? Oh! Oh my god. Okay. Try this again. Are you serious? Where is it? There's gotta be a reason why. There's gotta be a reason why. Oh, wait. Do I need it for the, oh. Do I need it for... Okay. So you need it to then shoot yourself up there. That whole thing to that direction doesn't make any sense, does it? Or isn't necessary. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's try one more time. Well, see if I can get it. No! Ugh! So now I'm getting annoyed because I can't tell whether the thing that I'm trying to do and have been trying to do for several minutes is even doable. And this isn't even directions per se. there anything here? Because, like, the fact that this exists... You know? Okay. Well, I'm going to assume that there is nothing in that hallway. And not do anything about it. And be slightly frustrated. Because this game hasn't had a lot of, like, false... Like, it hasn't had a lot of red herrings, you know? And so I kind of feel like I have been misled here. Because this is obviously what I'm supposed to do. But I thought that there would be a reason why that existed. And it does not appear that there is. Yeah, I want to know about the voices. Man, I want to know about the voices. There's more keys over here that I haven't gotten, though. You stay there, buddy. You stay there. Hi, Sophie. There's another key over here. Oh, this is... I haven't done this room yet. Well, you know what? They're not spoilery? Ah, okay, hold on. Yeah. Oops. Aha, then you want to stand on that. Okay, got it. No, I did it wrong. Okay. All right. And then that thing down there is to get back. Is this just a strawberry? Not that that's gonna stop me from trying. Oops. I'm really proud of that one. I figured that out, I think, pretty solidly. Once I realized that like, the tricky thing for me is getting onto that, the little tube box one with the little thingies. But like I was like, oh, that's just enough height. You're gonna ride over there. And then I was like, I don't know. You guys couldn't see, so you can see my controller. But that final box thing there, where you have to like, what's the word? Dash straight up. I like prepared myself and like made sure I was pointing straight up and was like, all right. So good. We did it. Wait, but there's another way up there. Did I not? Hold on. Is there a thing to the left of this room? I can't tell. Is there a thing to the left? Like if I had taken that circle thing that way? Let's find out. Oops, that's not right. Oops, did it wrong. No, I came from the right. Oops, that was wrong. Too much. Didn't get on quite tall enough. Okay. Oops! That was not... Well, whatever. I can do this part pretty well, actually. Oops! Not there so well. I feel like I'm missing something. Oops, that would have done it actually. Potentially, maybe. Okay. Alright, so that answers that, but I figured it out myself. Very proud of myself. I did a good job. I definitely am missing something though. There was a key on the other side there. Oh shoot! Oh no! I don't want to do that. I want to get that other key. How do I get that other key? No! Okay, well, I guess there's that. I bet I'm gonna miss out on something because I bet I didn't do some super cool secret thing that I could do. See, now that I've done this super cool secret thing, aha. In the other level where I had an extra key, I'm like, oh no, I don't want to use my keys. No, that would have been too obvious. I don't remember where that was. Oh, okay, so you can... Oh, no, so you can go through and keep your key, right. Looks like you can. Well, I'm not trying for perfect run. I'm not. I need to let go of thinking about that. Like, Lauren, you've never been a perfect run kind of person. Why are you, like, sitting here thinking, but it can be done? I want to see if I can do it. That has literally never been a concern of mine. I want to get there. I want to get there. And there's nothing I can think of that would shoot me over there. I didn't do Undertale perfectly. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Are you serious? Do I have to? Yep. Watch this, guys. Watch this. Yeah, I do need that key. Okay. That's what I was trying to figure out. Okay. God, I love this music. It's so cool. What's this way? Oh gosh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that stuff. Okay. Okay. Ah. And then straight over. Oof. Oh, I didn't stand on top of it, which I have to do. Okay. Well done. Oops. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Okay, I can do this. No! Okay. Look at that, it's a key. But there's a strawberry. Oops. So, oh geez. So I definitely want... Okay, that'll help. At least I've got some light. Oops. Yeah, so there is an extra key. Oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, no, I figured the bubble was a one-way trip. I'm gonna die, like, have died so many times because I can't do this. Okay. Ah, got it, okay. I don't actually know if I've got it, but... There's gotta be. I wanted to try to hit this center section because there's gotta be light there. Okay, Lauren, you're afraid of the eyeball monster. But like... What's gonna happen if you die to the eyeball monster? Nothing different than what happens to you when you die to anything else. So why are you so tense? Why is that more stressful? Oops. Oops. No! Oh, shoot. Where was that? Okay, hold on. Oh, I see it. Okay. We gotta get back down there now. Ah, and then you jump there. Okay. Oops. Here we go. All right. Oops. I don't even know why I want the strawberry, but I do. If nothing else, it'll be to get over my fear of this guy. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh no! Cause like, what difference does it make if he eats me or if he doesn't eat me and I die another way? What's different about that, huh? Oh, darn it. Okay, I have to get back. Okay, hold on. No, I can do it. I can do it. I'm gonna force myself to get over being afraid of him. Because he is no scarier than a spike. He's just a spike that comes for me, but like, whatever. Oh, I should have double jumped there. Yeah, actually, there's so much to be said for that phrase, that you have no power over me. Like, that's probably one of the most powerful things to say. For those of you who don't know what that's from, there was a children's fantasy movie in the 80s called Labyrinth, which some people know because David Bowie was in it wearing extremely tight leggings. There's a lot of low comedy in that movie, so it's not my favorite. I prefer the super dark, super tragic, serious, almost all the way through children's fantasy movies from the 80s. But... no, I thought I jumped on his head. Nope, it's not early 90s. It is from the 80s, I'm pretty positive. It and The Neverending Story and The Last Unicorn and the rest of the movies from my childhood. I might be mistaken, but I thought it was... Yes! I was right. Haha. Oh, The Last Unicorn. Okay, The Neverending Story is very special to me. Oh, shoot. The Dark Crystal. Oh man. Speaking of things that are like super dark and serious. So the Black Cauldron. Oh my god. Okay, guys, we're gonna like just like have a total departure from this, like everything else we've talked about on stream. Because this is my jam. So Black Cauldron is actually based on Lloyd Alexander's Chronicles of Prydain, which are kind of Lord of the Rings for children, but in my opinion, better. If you like me as a person, and you like my like moral and ethical code, and you like think that Lauren's sense of what a good person is good, then you like Lloyd Alexander, because he is where I got that from. He and his books taught me how to be a good person. So Disney's The Black Cauldron is a sort of weird conglomeration of the Book of Three, which is the first book in that series, and The Black Cauldron, which is the second book in that series. I had a cat named Taryn growing up. Yes, actually, it's an entire series, a 5-book series that I recommend very highly if you have any patience for children's fantasy. It's children's fantasy from the 60s and 70s, which means that it has a certain seriousness to it I feel like kind of wacky, zany hijinks became the norm in the 80s and never quite went away. Hence, for all that she is extremely problematic, I think it's safe to say that Harry Potter was a very formative experience for many people, and it also has the wacky, goofy hijinks that I find somewhat off-putting. And I grew up before they were, like, when I was a little kid, that wasn't the norm. Yeah, so the Black Cauldron was extremely expensive to make, and it was not very popular because parents did not realize that they were taking their kids to see a scary movie. Because it's got a princess and magical stuff, but it also has a skeleton king making people into zombies, and a character who has to sacrifice himself by throwing himself into the zombie-making cauldron. I probably can't gush about Pride and do this challenge, but I just did. Oh man. Yeah, I am more. It's interesting that this has. I am a product of Lloyd Alexander and Susan Cooper. As a writer and as a person, creatively. Ooh, this looks important. Oh, what's this? Ah! Oh, shoot! Now I gotta find the other key. I want the other key. I don't know why I want the other key, but I want the other key. I know there's another key, and I don't remember what was the thing that I got. What was the thing that I got because I had? Oh, look at that! There's like little bits of mirrors in the walls there, because it's the mirror place. Because I had an extra key that other time, what was the thing that I got then? Crystal Heart. Do I want this guy to take down this wall? Oh, check this out, guys. Okay, look at the screen. Look at it now. Look at how clearly defined and neat everything is. Look at this. Look at everything. It starts going. Do you remember when Oshiro was losing his mind? We got some of that going on. Alright, Lauren, how do I get that last key? I don't remember. Did I get any sort of story thing for getting the blue heart? Yeah, well, like, this seems like this is her anxiety, the way, Oh! Oh, jeez! Holy crap! Oh, jeez. I feel like these are her, I think that this is... Yeah, I feel like the why were we dealing with the Roomba in Crisis Core there? How do I get there? I want there. I guess probably go around this way. I bet this is to show me... Wait, no, but I did that room already, didn't I? Where is this taking me? This was the room that I saw at the beginning. Well, at least I can see now. I want to stomp on this guy, which they show you can do versus Oshiro. Did I miss anything in there? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I like turning the lights on. Looks like I got everything I could find there. Sorry, Rose. Didn't mean to ignore you. Sorry, I'm just like... Okay. Oh, geez, I have to get him to turn that on. Oh, now I have to remember something. Don't I? Almost! How do I get him to get that one? Because he's got to do it. How do I get him to do that? Like that. Yeah, we talked some about oh no. Darn it, now I have to redo it. We talked some about self-harm, which is relevant. Oh no, I missed it. Darn it. At least I can get him to do... I don't even know why... Thanks, game. Having some trampoline trouble here. No, that's not what I meant to do. I'm actually not a fan of Gurgi in Disney's Black Cauldron because, again, I don't have a sense of humor and he's a little too goofy. Whereas the Gurgi that I loved from the books, which I later read, is kind of goofy, but not in the same way. Oh man, check it out, guys. Yes! Yeah! Oh my gosh. I did it! check out the up path. There's an up path? I didn't even know there was one. I don't think. Oh, that. Gundy, thank you. That's really funny. Oh! There's eyeballs, because this whole thing is eyes. Oh, Theo's in a crystal! Oh, he looks like he's doing fine. Hi, buddy! Well, I'm in this giant crystal thing. Crystal thing, that's the official term for it. Imprisoned, oh no. I wonder if Theo sees some side of Theo in here. The tone of voice. It's so expressive. Oh my gosh. So now he's seeing the worst side of herself that she doesn't want to show anybody. And then instead of being like, maybe I should let my friends into this and kind of welcome them to help me get through this and hold my hand as I get through this. Because you have to eventually open up and trust people. The voices again. Here we go. Here's the self-loathing. He's totally unfazed. We all have our own baggage. The eyes in his are the room that he's in, they're like purple eyes, whereas hers are pink eyes. Wonder what that means. Aww. Aww. Oh. Oh, there's more talking. No. Oh, honey. Alex? I guess maybe he's like projecting onto her somebody he had problems with in the past who similarly repressed things. Covered in porous tape, that's funny. Yeah, I guess that's kind of the deal with Silent Hill, isn't it? That like the world, the nightmare is the nightmare outside is shaped by the nightmare inside. How on earth do I get to him, though? I guess maybe I have to take the long way around. Yeah, I guess. Oh. Okay, so just this scene again. Because I died, which I wasn't supposed to do. Oh my god, his YOLO. Oh, start skips the cutscene. Skip cutscene. Oops. I have to do it again. Okay, fine. Sorry, folks. Okay. I don't think there's anything else I can do here from the looks of it. God, the way the music changes a little bit. Like there's like a whole bunch of different layered versions of the music. Oh, I haven't been this way. Or if I have, I haven't gotten all of the, I don't know. Is it spoiler to explain what's hidden in the music? Because I'm super intrigued and I love the music here a lot. Oh man, you can tell I'm getting close to an eyeball because the world is starting to glitch. Yep, there it is. Oops, it just killed me. Okay, well if it's not spoilery. An Easter egg from the composer. Is it her? Man. Let's do it, folks. I have an extra key. Whee! Look at me and my key following me. Oh, good. There's more of these little jerks. Bing, bing. Oh! Wait, wait. Is that all? Is it just a strawberry? Or did I do it wrong? Oops. Okay, well that's fine. I don't mind. I felt pretty cool getting it. Alright, I don't have to be scared of this guy because I'm gonna die plenty of times to things that aren't him. So like, look at that! I just stomped him on the head. Like no big deal. Haha! Take that! Take that! Haha! It is really satisfying to bop them on the head. Especially because it makes a funny little noise, you know? Darn it! He's like, but. Okay, so he's gonna come over here and I'm gonna try to get over there. I want to get all of the... I don't know why I want them, but I do. I bet there's a strawberry up there. What do you guys think? You think there's a strawberry there? I bet there is. Oh crap, does that mean I have to? Oh no, I do, don't I? The absolute worst. hey, that's cool. That one remembers that it got smashed. Yeah, it's like the thing from a Terraria. I'm really proud of that. I did a good job there, didn't I? Once I realized that I could send it that way, I just did exactly the same thing to get it to hit the thing again. It's very exciting. All right. Theo. Aww. That's a valid question. Once you let me out of this thing. Yeah. Theo, what? Yeah, why did you trap yourself in this, friend? Carry him. No. This is good. Aw. She's like, no, I got this. Oh my god, there's the Theo commentary! That's amazing. Ah. I love his like, dang girl, you can lift. Oh, I can't double jump. Okay. I feel like it's easier to jump on them right now. Oh, the eyeballs do totally follow him, don't they? Oh, shoot. Yeah, this is your like opportunity to figure that out. Because when you throw him, you see the eyes as you throw him. I wanted to jump on him. Although there's that, like, super jump thing over there. Okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. All right. This is a bit tricky, but not super stressful. Ah, jeez. Got stuck under that thing. Oh, shoot. Ah. Best! That was the best situation. Yes! Oh, geez. Okay. Darn it! Okay. I'm getting there. I'm definitely getting there, you know? I don't even know how I did that, but I did it. Whoo! I see he's out of sassy things to say. Okay. All right. I don't think he'd appreciate that, though. Sorry, Theo, buddy. I didn't care about that strawberry that much. Oh, there's not one of those guys here, is there? Thanks, Theo. Oh, friend. Oh my god. This is pretty amazing. Oh my god. Ha! I bet I missed something there. Oh shoot! I forgot that they could go through there. Oh, I didn't realize that I could just walk through there. Okay, well that's cool. Darn it, okay. Thank you guys. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Okay. It's gonna be a bit trickier here. I can see why you guys suggested that I not try to finish this last night. Or not last week, last week. When I was like trying to so close. Yeah, I did. This one definitely seems to be longer than the other levels, which is fine, honestly. This is, I think, my favorite level. Like, musically, I love it, but like, I also have really enjoyed the puzzles. I don't think I've had any, man, I'm really at the end of my rope here. Frustrations. I need to jump on his head. There's no other way to do it. Darn it. I got really close that one time. Oops. Oh, that's a shame. I was really proud of how that one's turning out. Oops. Oh, that's not what I meant. Okay. This might be the room that breaks me. We'll see. Okay. There's just so many things to do, right? And of course, my computer is causing my computer is overheating, causing my room to overheat. Darn it. Oops. Smashed both me and the bad guy at the same time. Very exciting. Oops. Yeah, I might take a little bit of assistance. Oops. Having some trouble here. What hitbox shenanigans are happening? I'm not quite sure what to do here. Like, I feel like I'm doing pretty well. No! Alright, we're just gonna keep doing this. We are approaching the Lauren doesn't want to play this anymore section of the game. Oh, geez, did you see that? I just killed Theo. Oh my god. I didn't know that that could be done. Well, that's dreadful. Did you guys know you could do that? I didn't know that. Okay. Alright, I'm glad that I continued through that because that was amazing. I'm super amused by that. Oh my goodness. Oops. Well. Yeah, this doesn't look like fun. Okay, Theo. We're gonna set you down. How? I'm not even sure where to begin here. Here, hold on. Sorry, Theo. Does that count as 2 deaths, I wonder? Okay, so I think I know what I'm gonna do here. Which is, I think... No, wait! Okay. Okay, good. But I bet that he'll go flying off. Yep. That's kind of what I figured. Okay, hold on. Okay. have no idea how I'm supposed to do any of this without, like... I've literally no idea. If the game is going to require quick fingers moving forward, then we're going to do this. Because I don't have any quicker fingers than what we've seen so far. See. I actually don't know that this makes any difference for me. Like... Okay, nope. Sorry, Theo, friend, we're gonna experiment some. That didn't work. Like, I had the right idea, but I, like, have literally no idea. Oops. Oh, actually. No, I think I got it. And I didn't even have to kill Theo to redo it. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Oops, that's not right. We're gonna try this. Nope. So I'm going to try doing here is that. Which wound up being right. Okay. Sorry, I'm checking out what I have to do. Okay. They're like, we know that this is getting really stressful by now. So when you're carrying him, the controls move as though you're underwater. Theo believes in me. That doesn't mean that I have to believe in me, but he does. Sorry, Theo, friend. Let us down a little bit. I don't know what to do there. I guess I'll figure it out. Sorry, Theo. No! could, and if I did it right though, I could close him in there and then I wouldn't have to worry about it. They might even have been a second one, and I just haven't activated it because I didn't explore the room. But that could explain why there's all this extra stuff. Because yeah, if there were 2 eyeball monsters in this room, I would probably not play this room. Oh good, fun. Oh yeah, maybe so. Maybe it counts from because I squished that one. Okay. I thought I stomped on that guy, but I didn't. I don't know that I can squish this one because I don't see a door thingy that has that kind of, that functions that way. Okay, so I'm gonna have to stomp on him to do the thing that I've been doing. Yeah, I'm getting close. So like on a scale of like difficulty and frustration, like one of the things that's interesting about this game is that it gives me a chance to like see where my limits are when I hit a point where I'm just like, oh, this isn't fun anymore. But prior to that, it's very fun. Then that's very interesting. And it is like clearly building on, you know, like it clearly, like sometimes it's like, oh, we've introduced a different mechanic and I'm like, oh, I don't like this. Or they're like, we've introduced a different kind of puzzle and I'm like, oh, I don't like this. But sometimes it's just, they're like, we made it harder and I'm like, okay, that's too hard. Back it a little, back it like, no! The thing is, it's hard to say because like there's different difficulty levels and all sorts of things. Like Dark Souls was also hard in different ways. Oops. I think Dark Souls is the most infamously hard game I've played. That's the only game that I've played that people were like, oh wow, that game is so hard. Okay, cool. Ah, nope. This doesn't look like fun. Oh, jeez. Oh, no! Something's not good. Wow, this is really cool. This is so cool. Oh my god. Holy crap. He's still clutching his phone. Oh my gosh. That's so cute. Yeah, Madeline, you got him! Yeah! That's adorable. That's adorable. She's so determined. She's like, I can do it. I can do it. I've done it. She's so adorable too. Good night, Samovar. Thanks for joining. Good luck. Let us know how the job thing goes tomorrow, okay? I want to hear back. Yeah, no, she's like itty bitty and Theo's, I think, super tall. And granted, she's like squished underneath his size, but still, that's so cute. It's funny, they like walk out from this thing and suddenly he's no longer in the crystal where she can carry him more easily. Suddenly he's his full giant self. But yeah, no, she's pretty strong. She's pretty tough. Whoo, yes. Ah, stretch. Oh my goodness. As long as it's not a spoiler. Ah, sorry. Stretch. Stretch. You guys should stretch too. If you haven't yet stretched today, stretching is good for you. Oof. There was a thing I was going to say, and I don't remember what it was, so hopefully it wasn't that important. Um, oh, somebody was saying that they didn't think that Dark Souls was a very Lauren game. I actually loved it. I thought it was absolutely amazing. I started playing it as a joke, but absolutely adored it. And beat it and wound up doing pretty well, actually. I did the DLC and everything. Um, oh, if you reverse the song, Easter egg's not a spoiler. Oh, that's cool. That is very Easter eggy. That's cool. Because I was like trying to pick out the words because I was like, oh, I could have sworn I could pick out specific words. Probably couldn't. But that's super cool. So as far as boss fight sequences go, so Moth Dude, I like this. I think this is definitely my favorite chapter so far. And I actually really like some of the thematic stuff in it. Like I could talk more about what the thematic stuff means to me and like, hey, let's talk about that stuff. The song from the first part of the level reversed with reverse lyrics. Oh, that's cool. Um, Sure. Let's hear the words. Oh man. Sometimes I don't really know what's going on anymore. I don't know who I am. I just look at the mirror and I don't know who I'm looking at or who's looking at me. I think a lot about where my train of thought is going, and it's not always a good place, and that scares me. I don't like scaring myself. I don't. Man, that feeling, I think, is something that a lot of us probably can relate to. I mean, there's a lot of things that can prompt a person to feel that way. And so, even if that resonates with a lot of us, I think it'll resonate differently. But I definitely have had experiences where I cannot, like, I'm not even sure who I am anymore. A lot of times when you have a major life change of some sort, and just everything that happens in your life feels really, really surreal and strange. And sometimes it feels as though you are looking at somebody else living a life that you have been told is yours. As though there is this pane of glass and you are watching this and you're like, I do not even remember if that is my life that I am observing. But I suppose it is my life that I am observing. But I'm disconnected from it in two ways. You know? Like disconnected that I'm not feeling that I am there, and disconnected in that it doesn't seem like that's me. If that makes sense. It's not really a very good experience. But I mean, I have literally no idea as far as Lena's experiences go, what prompted that for her. But yeah. I don't know, I think that continues the way this game's way of portraying something abstract enough that people can get different things from it based on their experience, but none of those are invalid and none of them invalidate each other. Oh yeah, Blinks. I'm glad if you feel like you're past that, because it seems like that would be kind of a sign of having a more solid sense of self, which is a thing I keep talking about, a sense of self. And that's because, like, there are a lot of ways for your sense of self to be jeopardized or non-existent with different people, depending on where you're coming from, mentally, emotionally, personally. And I keep going back to it because I am Like, that's been one of the fundamental struggles of my life, that only the past few years I've gotten to a point where I can say I have a sense of self. Okay, well, if it's a spoiler, let's not talk about it until either it comes out in the story, or if it's like a thing that was revealed after the game came out, then we can talk about it then. And if that is like something that's going to like contextualize everything. Okay, no spoilers then. But yeah, there are a whole lot of ways in which a person can struggle for identity. And I think that makes sense, Blink Spat. It sounds like, and I cannot talk about experiences that aren't mine. But I do listen to what people say about their experiences a lot. And I feel like if you are forced to live a life that doesn't feel like yours, as a version of you that doesn't reflect who you are, that would really make it hard for you to feel like the life you were living is yours, because it is somebody else's life and you're putting on another persona that you're told has to be you rather than actually being yourself. So you're acting as someone else in that someone else's life. And I don't know if that's actually what it is for people, but if so, like, I mean, I can understand how that would really get in the way of feeling like you know who you are and feeling that sense of self and that connection to yourself. Whereas, like, if you have the space and the ability to say, well, who am I? And then be that and live that life, then that would feel like you, instead of you pretending to be someone else or playing a role that you have to play. And so I can definitely see that if that is true of some people's experiences. That is not the experience that I have lived. But I've heard people talk about things like that. And that sounds a little bit like Blinkspat is saying, potentially having that disconnect. For me, instead of it being like a disconnect, for most of my life, there was an absence of a solid, like an absence of a solid sense of self. Like it just didn't form. It just didn't happen. And there are reasons why that happens. Apparently, if you are prone to, like, if your brain is prone to certain things, and then you're in certain kinds of instability when you are young and your sense of self is supposed to form, it just doesn't. And that's what happened to me. So I just didn't. Because people are like, oh, sometimes I'm not sure about myself. Like, no. Like, I just didn't have an inherent sense of self. I just didn't get one. Like, when they just, like, were like, you know, you hit the time of brain development where your brain is like, and here's the sense of self. We're going to put this right here in the center. I just didn't get one. So I've had to put one together. And I patched one together out of other things, basically using mirror and duct tape. Which didn't work very well, because it turns out that if your sense of self is reflected from what other people say, A, it's very unstable. B, it's prone to being made really hurtful. If somebody says something awful or hurtful in judgment of you, you don't have the sense of self to recognize that that's not true. So you're like, it would hurt if that were true, and I don't know that I can say it's not true, so it just hurts. Well, but I've worked really, really hard to try to put together a sense of self. And I gathered a lot of things that were me and was able to see, because it's not that I wasn't a personality. Like, it's not that I wasn't a person. It's not that I didn't have a personality, but I couldn't cling to it, and I was very easily pressured by other people. My opinions were very easily overwritten by other people's, which is why, like, I have to kind of, like, discover for myself now, like, what do I think about this game? What do I think about this movie? What do I think about this experience, this story, this character, this feeling, this sentiment, this political argument? Because I've had a lot of people in my life who had very strong senses of their personal feelings were objective truth. And, you know, I don't know if I wound up with these people in my life because I didn't have any of that. But I don't think so, because this is just something that usually wound up being revealed later. But see, in my case, it's not that I had to break from the idea. I had literally nothing else. I had no other way of knowing who I was except to like hold up like a little mirror here and see, like it's like I didn't have here, so I like made like a tinfoil mirror around me and like looked at like as other people's like reflection of me like bounced onto that. I was like, oh, okay, well I must be that because they're bouncing that idea of me on me, and so that must be who or what I am. But yeah, like I didn't have the certainty in myself to believe in my feelings or my beliefs or my opinions, my preferences, things like that. So it's really, yeah, it's kind of hard, but it's exciting. So people will be like, what do you think of this thing? Because they'll be like, hey, have you played this game or seen this thing or read this book or something like that? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, what did you think? And I'm like, I don't know. Let me do that solo without anybody else to like impress upon me their experiences. And then I'll get back to you, which is part of why I'm really glad that I've been single for the past 2 years, 2.5 years. 2 years ish, because I've had just myself to turn from or turn to, and nobody else has been close enough to start trying to tell me what I should think or feel, which is good. Obviously not everybody does that in partners, but it is a problem that has happened with me before, for people who are otherwise like, very nice, good people, but that happens. Yes, external, I think even without a sense of self, needing external validation from other people can be like a dependency. And I definitely have needed external validation, and I'm trying really hard to not need it. So there'll be times that I'm like, I want a reaction from people, but I'm going to force myself to keep this inside and force myself to only have my own feeling of satisfaction with it. And I need to work on that more too. But at least I have that core fundamental sense of self. So I guess that's been my biggest journey, and that's why Celeste resonates with me on that level. But that's good, Hitsuki. I think it's really good. It's things I think everybody could stand to get to know themselves better. Yeah, no, and I don't think that it's bad to like external validation. I think it's human to want some external validation. It's when it becomes a need. It's when it becomes a dependency. It's when you rely on it to feel that the work you've done is worthwhile, that you are worthwhile. That is a problem. And I think a lot of us who don't have that sense of internal validation, you need validation. Like you need it in some way. And if you can't make your own, you got to get it from somewhere. So ideally you get to the point where you can make it yourself. So yeah, no, and I think that's, I do want to differentiate, like people validating your experiences by saying I've had that too. For me, that's a different kind of validation, versus, like, give me attention, give me praise, tell me good things about myself and my work because I'm not capable of creating a belief internally in the goodness of myself or my work. So I need other people to tell me that. And like everybody, I think, feels good on some level if someone's like, I think you're really kind. I really appreciate that you're kind. Or like, I think you're really smart. I really love your cleverness. Or like, you're so patient. Like people like to hear these things. Like I think we all like them. And if somebody's like, man, I love that thing you did. I love that dress you made. I love that picture you drew. Like it feels good. But when you don't know any of those things about yourself and you can't say to yourself, I'm pretty kind, or I'm pretty clever, or I'm pretty stubborn, and that's the thing I'm proud of. Or like, I think that this is a good dress, or I think that this is a good painting, or whatever. Like, if you can't do that, which is hard. Oh man, are we talking about ramen? Were we talking about ramen in that Dark Souls quote? I bet we were. Yeah, no, like, if you have a hard time feeling, like, seeing the worth in the subjective things that you do, it is valuable to get feelings of accomplishment and success through objective things, such as baking. Why does Lauren bake so much? Because it's a creative thing I can do that doesn't come out of my soul, and people enjoy it. Like, so if I bake a cake, it's probably going to be pretty good. I don't have to create the essence of the cake out of my most personal self, and then I share it with other people who are like, oh yeah, cake. Um, so it's the safe way for me to create things. But yeah, this has been a really long tangent about lots of things. Um, but I do encourage everybody to kind of check in with your identity, with your sense of self, and just kind of be like, who am I? What is great about me? What am I good at? What do I like about myself? Like some category there. What do I do? Who am I? Just like check in and see what those things are. If you have a hard time answering that, maybe it's worth like putting a little thought into making it a bit easier to answer that, because you've already thought through it. And that way you can have a list of things that you feel pretty good about yourself. Yeah, no. So, and then this is kind of a more advanced thing. If this is too hard for you, if trying to say good things about yourself is too hard and you feel that like panic or that fear or that pain at just the thought of doing it, I understand. There was an assignment that I had from a therapist at some point to write myself a letter that was not allowed to be unkind. And I couldn't do it. It was like, I guess you're not too bad and you weren't trying to hurt those people, and just, it's really painful. But it was a necessary step. And in my case, it kind of I realized like, oh, maybe I ought to be able to do this and I can't. Maybe that's indicative of a problem. So yeah, so we're going to talk about saying neutral things, as Chrono says. So if you have, if I say, tell me about yourself, and your gut reaction, your instinctive thing is to be like, I'm annoying, I'm high maintenance, I'm unstable, I have a short temper, I'm too short and too round, and I'm too loud, and things like that. If that's where you are, that's okay. I hope that you cannot be in that place someday, because that hurts. When Madeline's like, if this comes from my head, why does it hurt so much? Well, some of us are holding a knife inside and we're just hurting ourselves with it. If that's where you are, then the next step to try working on is to try to move from negativity to neutrality. So try to find ways to talk about yourself that are not a value judgment against yourself. And we've talked about this before on stream, and we're going to talk about it again. No. Short temper and unstable are negative connotations. There are ways, it's really important to pay attention to the words that we use to describe ourselves and to try to change. Sometimes you can express the same general idea, but in a way that isn't negative. Like, instead of saying I'm short-tempered, you can say it's hard for me to control my temper. Do you hear? In a way, it's the same thing, but the way you say it is different. When you say I'm unstable, what do you actually mean? Because I would say I'm unstable. No, it's not semantics. It's literally using neutral language instead of negative language. It's the difference between calling yourself a loudmouth and saying you like to talk or you talk a lot. Like, a loudmouth isn't, like, calling yourself a loudmouth, that's insulting. Saying you talk a lot is a statement of fact. They both mean the same thing, but they don't. So it's not like a little semantic meaningless detail. It's full of meaning. Language is powerful. It is very powerful. And so I think it's super, super important to recognize when you're using negative language about yourself. Or imagine yourself calling somebody else that. Okay, Chrono, you are my friend, so I do not mean any of this, but you are, of all the people in the channel right now, you're the person that I have like the closest friendship with, so you get to be my test subject. If I was like, man, Chrono, he's such a loudmouth, like, that's not nice. Why would I say that about my friend? So why would I say that about myself? You know? So think about that. Like, think about if you see, Chrono and I both like to talk a lot. We have met in person. We talked a lot. And that's fine. We both like to talk and we both talk a lot. Yes, and so Chrono can say volume control is difficult for me. It's a thing. It can be something that he might be like, I want to not have trouble with this, so I'm going to work on it. Or he can just be like, look, there are bigger things that I want to work on. But it itself is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a thing. And thinking about this as like the most extreme example of neutrality and objective talking rather than subjective talking and negativity is a lot of people are really insecure about their size, whether that's their height, their weight, their shape, things like that. Okay, Punzilon, that is a concern that people have a lot. But I think that if you are regularly beating yourself up verbally, the likelihood that you're going to become narcissistic is pretty slim. So fat as a statement has been reclaimed. So it does really depend. If you call yourself fat, what do you mean by that? If you are simply stating, like, I am a fat person, and that is all it means to you, then you're fine. But if you're using it as a value judgment, then that doesn't count as neutrality. That counts as negativity. So it depends. And obviously, this is not necessarily going to be true or helpful for everybody. I strongly encourage you, if you're struggling with things, to, the things that I'm talking about are things that I got from a self-help book, thanks Kafka, that was written by professionals with degrees in related fields. But if you're really working with something messy, you should probably work with a professional and not listen to what a random streamer on the internet says. But if this is a thing that you're like, I could probably work on this, like, maybe it'll work for you, maybe it won't. I'm not claiming that this is the objective truth to fix everything, but I think try to be self-aware. One of the nice things about achieving a strong sense of self and a neutral judgment-free way of talking about yourself is that you tend to be able to recognize your flaws still, but it doesn't hurt to recognize your flaws, so you're safer. Because sometimes people, it hurts too much to look at this part of themselves, so they just kind of pretend it's not there. But if you can get to the point where it doesn't hurt you to look at it, then you can work on it. So actually, like, if you're like, I'm vain about these things, but you don't want to like admit your vanity because it hurts to have a negative critique about yourself, and you'll get to the point where you can have a stable, because like one thing, okay, a lot of times people who are judgmental about themselves are judgmental of other people, and that's not good or healthy. I mean, in moderation, like you can do that sometimes, but like it shouldn't be like, you shouldn't be like quick to judge people. But it's easier for you to work on your negative traits when you're in a safer, steadier place. But yeah, no, you can't help somebody who doesn't want to help themselves in any case, pretty much, unless you're dealing with like emergency intervention type stuff, or you're like a parent or something like that. Basically, in order for things to change and people to get better, they have to be ready. And you can give them, it's the same as like if you've got like a friend in an abusive relationship or doing something that is not good for them, but they don't see it. You can express some degree of concern and then just tell them that you are there for them. And sometimes it can take a bunch of people saying this for them to finally be like, wait, all of these things have come together and I see this as a problem. And then they know that you're safe. But you can't be like, that is a bad relationship that you are in and I'm going to rescue you from it. Like that just doesn't work. So it's the same sort of thing with like anything that a person has to be helped through. They have to do it themselves, and they have to be ready and willing to do it themselves. And when they are ready and willing to do it, they still have to do most of the work. Even if they're like too tired and hurting and it's really hard and their progress is really slow, you have to let them do it. So, oh, Sophie. Sophie's rolling around on her cardboard scratchy bit. So there we go. There's some mental health talk. Digging pretty deep into that. Thank you guys for joining me for Celeste and our mental health conversations. Oh man, I did a good job with the strawberries that time, didn't I? Under 1,000 deaths. Oh, I'm proud of myself. Oh. Very nice blue glass. Whee! Look at those crystals down there. Those look like crystals from some particular game. I can't think of what it is. Is it Terraria? I've played a lot of Terraria. We are getting pretty close to the top, aren't we? Alright. Yeah, chapter 5 was really good. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and start chapter 6 tonight because we've got half an hour. That's long enough for me to see some stuff. Ooh, reflection. Ooh. Okay, so that is Terraria crystals. Okay, thank you guys. I've played a lot of Terraria a long time ago, but I have put many an hour into that game. So. Oh, the ones you smashed for the story bit, Stolen Light. Oh, that makes sense. The Mario Galaxy ones. That too. Alright, let us reflect. See, because mirrors. Alright. Did you know it is impossible to outrun your own reflection? Oh, good! That's gonna be good. I like the sound of that. I like the sound of trying to outrun my reflection and failing. Oh, she's still carrying him! Oh, this picks up right after that. Oh. Oh. Maybe you guys shouldn't do that on the thin part of the ground. Oh, yay! She's so little bitty, and he's so, like, giantly tall. They're adorable. A messed up nightmare. That wasn't a nightmare. But he maybe had some... Oh. It's like, oh, yep. Not a nightmare. Got it. Yep, that's right. God, I really like this guitar. So pretty. So pretty. I feel like my headphones, there we go. That's better. They were too big because I had glasses on at some point. Yay, friendship! Aww. Oh, the music picked up. Because friendship. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That they're like on the little bitty bridge bit instead of like the solid ground bit. Sorry, we gotta listen to this. Oh, that was really pretty. Yeah, he's the guitar and she's the piano, isn't she? Oh, that was the melody, the main melody right there. Oh, it's pretty. pretty. Oh, do I get to choose his dialogue options? What is this, Kentucky Route Zero? Theo would want to get to the heart of things. Oh, what? The music changed. Okay. Okay. This isn't a normal mountain. Did you just figure that out, Theo, honey? There was a ghost. There was a ghost, Theo. She looks so earnest. Her little like voice and look. No, he didn't notice Oshiro was a ghost. Theo has a glorious beard, doesn't he? Like his general hair situation is majestic. Oh, Madeline. Because I didn't want you to judge me or hate me for it. He is kind of lion-like with his mane going on there. Demon doppelganger. He's like, okay, you got me there. Do you, buddy? You look a little skeptical. Yeah. Will you? Gonna hold you to that, Theo. Alright. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Okay. Question. Can I ask all of these questions, or do I have a limited number of questions before it continues? This is very important. I can ask them all? Yes! Okay, we're gonna do that now. Buckle up! There's dialogue options, and I'm going to choose every last one of them. Oh, wow. Well done, Stolen Light. That's a Final Fantasy VI reference. Aside from the existential crisis. So what was the deal with the crystal, buddy? Because you are entirely too guileless. You're kind of too much of an idiot to be untrustworthy. Aww. Aww. That is adorable. That's super cute. I love her little V smile. That's cute. Oh, that's cool. He's a rock star sister. Oh. Literally a literal... Ah! Alex. That's why he called her Alex. Man, I went on a date with a lady who was a civil rights lawyer when I was in Dallas, and I was just like, you are way too cool for me. It's a pretty cool thing. The world needs more people like that. And I'm glad that the world has people like that in it. Because as has become very apparent over the past few weeks, even to people who weren't looking before, we still need this. This is still an issue. So Alex is super cool. Oh man, or is he gonna say a thing and Madeline's gonna be defensive, but then it's gonna be true? Yeah. Huh. Oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah, Theo feels like he's kind of trying to be a himbo, but he's like too like wise to be a himbo. Oh my god, there's so much dialogue. The Chozo. Obviously. The Chozo built it. That's why it looked like it was out of Metroid, because the Chozo made it. Yeah. Oh no, Madeline, are you gonna move here too? That's adorable. What's her deal? Oh. Believe me, here's the easy part. Oh. Oh. Yeah, having him like cheering for me and having sassy little comments. Your face did help with those switches, that's true. That's true, throwing him at switches and monsters was helpful. You're gonna do this even if we don't know. That's really funny. I love all of the different portraits that they've drawn for the characters. It really, really makes everything feel alive. I don't know. No, it's not about dissociative amnesia. I think it's about overcoming mental trauma and personal demons. Had to get out of my head. Look at those very, very stressed out having panic attack letters in the word head. Oh, she's gonna actually open up and talk about things. Ah. Yeah, I don't think that's what she means. Turns out you can't just get over things by saying, I should be over this. It's not how it works. No, that's something going on outside. Yes, this is a mood right here. The number of times that I have said I should be over this already. It's considerable. I have said that many times. And I have said that not that long ago. And then realizing, oh wait, actually things were a lot worse than I thought. It's a big deal and I haven't really been dealing with it or processing it. So, of course I'm not over it yet. I guess I might as well start on that then. Oh no. Okay, so spoiler on dealing with Lauren is if I'm talking about something and I'm like, it's stupid anyway. Like something bothering you? No, and it's stupid. I'm working on this thing and it's stupid and it doesn't matter. Translation. This is really important to me and it's hard and upsetting and I'm scared. Let me say it out loud. Mood. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, the more dismissive I am about it, like, it's stupid anyway. Let's not talk about it. It's stupid. Like, and this works for like if I'm working on like a story or something like that and I say it's stupid, you're like, oh, okay, this is really important to me. Yeah. The number of times people are like, oh, but I thought you were fine. Because like I'm an open book in a lot of ways, but I definitely have oh man, that's a good question. But I do have like I can get by. I can force myself to get by. I'm used to walking on emotional broken legs. But you can only keep that up for so long. And then you stumble, and even if you've been telling people, you know, I'm struggling, this is hard, I can't support things, people are like, well, she looks like she's fine, and they'll keep leaning on you. And then when your legs give out and you can't do anything, everyone's like, where did this come from? Because if you give the appearance of being fine, even if you tell people I'm not fine, they see instead of hearing. Because I tried really hard when I wasn't fine last year. I tried really hard to tell people I'm not fine. I'm not fine. I was like, okay, I'm going to practice telling people I'm not fine instead of not. But then I would like keep trying to do things and keep pushing myself and keep doing stuff. And so people kind of felt that I was fine, even though I wasn't. It's complicated. Yeah. Poor Madeline. Oh, he's such a sweetie. Oh, just listening and caring. Yeah. Yeah. Blink's Bad, is that Stanley Parable that we're talking about right here? I'm gonna try to have a design for FlutyBot by my fifth stream anniversary in July. So we'll see if I can do that. If I can do that, 'cause I think I know what she looks like. She will be a person robot and not a robot. Because, well, have you heard me talk about my robot story? Speaking of things that I'm like, oh, it's stupid, it's dumb anyway. It's like, oh, so this is really important to you. Probably the most important thing to you that you've ever written. Got it. But you know, people, and also the thing is also that because I'd had a rough few years and I have people who care a lot about me, they just so desperately wanted me to be okay. They wanted to believe I was okay. Even when I told them I wasn't, because there have been a few times in 2018 and 2019 that I was not okay, and I would say I'm not okay, and I would say this thing is not actually good, like this situation is not actually good, but people so desperately wanted me to be okay. They wanted to believe I was okay that they didn't really fully hear, and I don't blame them for it, but it was a bad time. So FlutyBot might not force people to go to therapy, but she would definitely offer them water. Are frogs robots? I don't know. I feel like water is bad for robots. Oh no, Madeline, don't keep it all trapped inside. I did actually keep things trapped inside for a year of my life. It's the only time I've ever completely kept things inside. And I finally, like, in the past couple of months have, like, opened up to people about that, which is weird because I've spent, like, my whole life with my heart on my sleeve, talking about my feelings with my friends, like, talking about difficult personal things with my very close friends and working through things. And then I had a period of time and certain things going on that I just didn't tell anyone. And I didn't realize that I wasn't telling anyone because that's just not how I deal with things. And that's part of why I wasn't over it, as it turns out. And that's part of why I had withdrawn from a lot of my friends, because it turns out if you're basically keeping secrets about yourself from people, it's hard to open up with them. And then once I'd opened up to them, like, it was like the floodgates, and like suddenly I could talk freely with some friends again. It was great. It was hard, but it was good. I'm still working on it. I have a therapy appointment tomorrow. It's good. Oh man. Should Flutybot look like a aerobics instructor from the 1980s then? If she's like trying to like get people to drink water and stretch? Oh my gosh. Anyway, here's Madeline not letting people know exactly what's going on in her head. Aww. Depression and panic attacks. Oh, it's all virtual appointments. My therapist is still in Texas because I didn't want to start all the way over. Yes, if you try to be entirely solitary and carry everything yourself. Oh! Oh dear, Madeline. I gotta admit I didn't see that coming. Oh no, honey. Got friends who've been there, done that. I don't drink, but I know plenty of people who do. She's so cute. He's like, I got no direction. Oh no! Good to know. Oh no, Theo. Oh man. Are we by Vancouver then? Hi, Sophie. Sophie, hi. Baby. Sorry, guys. Baby, come here, come here. Come here, baby girl. Shh, 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 shh. She usually likes to be held, but right now I think she's being fussy. So, now she's scratching her cardboard scratchy. Sophie wants to be part of this conversation. Baby, you're such a cutie. Look at you. Maybe if I find myself over in BC, I will go to Mount Celeste. Maybe something's really wrong, Theo. Under a lot of pressure to be like your sister. Or because you can't be like your sister, you feel pressure that you're not good enough. Sorry, I like the music. I spaced out there for a minute. Yep. There you go. There you go. Really? What is that problem then? Because that's the obvious choice. And if that's not the answer, Theo, you're gonna have to provide something else. he not know? Oh. I don't know what I expected, but that wasn't it. I mean, she's not wrong. It's one of the things that's really interesting about mood episodes and things like that. Is that, like, there is stable ground, but when you are in it, that seems impossible. And then when you are out of it again, the experience of having been in that episode or that situation seems so far away because your brain, I guess, in trying to protect you, keeps you from it. So, like, which is sadly enough also true with things like abusive relationships and stuff, is that, like, you'll be, like, in a crisis and you may even be, like, aware, like, this is terrible, this is awful, I need to get out of here, this hurts, it feels unsafe, it is like just like everything is wrong and I need to get out of here, I can see this as a problem. But then once the crisis passes, that's not so bad, that feeling is different. Or, like, when you're suffering in a pit of depression and it's awful, it's so awful, and you don't have the energy to, you know, set up appointments with a therapist or make things work in your life. You're just trying to survive. And then when you pull out of it, sometimes you're like, I'm fine now. And that, I don't even want to think about what that was like. And the problem is you have to, if you know that going back and forth between these things is going to happen to you, one of the best ways of working with them is when you're doing better, remember that the bad times happened before, and even if you don't feel them now and they feel infinitely far away, know that they might happen again, and make your safety plan, make your plan now while you're okay. Even if you feel like you don't need that help, have a plan in place, have a process in place, maybe even start like the therapy or something like that, so that when you fall back down into the pit, which is unfortunately how mood disorders and a lot of other things work, you've already got this like nice support that you created for yourself when you had that despair. And it's tricky to do that because your brain doesn't want to think about that pain, so it tries to like just be like, no, that happened, never happening again, done, don't think about nothing, no, there's nothing, you can't see anything, there's nothing there to see. So yeah, regardless of which set of, like, whether you're in stability or instability, whether you're in instability or stability, the other seems unattainable. Like, when I fall into the absolute worst, the void of existential depression, which is the worst depression that there is, which I was in for a while last year. Yay! I was so far down, I was like drinking coffee every day, and I can't usually drink caffeine. But I was so depressed, like hurt to exist. And I was like, I swear there was a time in my life that I didn't feel this pain constantly, but I can't imagine what it's like. Well, I don't feel that pain right now. I hope I never do again. I probably will at some point, but let's pretend not. I don't know. Probably always had something. What happened, Badeline, honey? No. I mean, there are things that are wrong in all of us. Things that are a little broken. But yeah, no, when you're not doing well, it's hard to start working on your mental health. So When you are doing well, that's the time to start doing the work. Thought that I could. What? Mm. Mm. They're both trying to find something. No, you can't. Turns out you have to make peace with yourself. Yes. Maybe that's significant, Madeline. No, maybe that's what you should be doing. She's like completely unfazed by that. Oh. Oh. He like knows she can't believe that. Hmm. Yep. Is that so? Just a defense mechanism. Are we gonna have the like Prince of Persia Sands of Time defense traps? Yes. Cutting off your nose to spite your face. Does she? Maybe you could work on that, Maddie. Maybe you can do that, Maddie. I'm sorry, she became Maddie. Aww. Aww. Yeah, the animation is really like super lovely. Ah. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a very long time since I had any grandparents. Yeah. Do your best to live a life that they would be proud of while still being true to yourself. Oh, really interesting. That's a cute little detail. There you go, live a meaningful life. He's like so excited to answer this question. You can tell that both from his portrait and his tone of voice. Oh. Oh, his grandpa came here. Oh. Oh, that's actually a cool thought. She's all excited about this. Maybe he was at some point. Yeah, probably everybody has some sort of a struggle here. It's a good point. Or like take a bath. Hmm. Hmm. I guess it's kind of extreme. So, not that this is the same as this, but you're just gonna have to deal with Lauren airing various thoughts and things. So this is where we are. This is what we're doing, folks. I'm sorry. I had a realization recently. So like when I was in high school, I'm a lit major by heart. So I did like AP English, like you might expect. I did like AP economics, which I don't care about. My dad's an economist, but I don't care about economics. But like whatever, you know, AP history, AP economics, okay, fine. But I also took AP physics and AP calculus, and not just AP calculus. There was AB and BC calculus, like easy hard calculus and hard calculus. I took hard calculus. And my mom said to me a few months ago, I never understood why you took calculus and physics when you knew you wanted to be an English major. And it had literally never occurred to me at the time or for years afterwards that it was even an option to not. And thinking back on it, I'm like, man, my life would have been so much in some ways, because that was the hardest year of my life. Like that up until that point, like it was disastrously difficult. Again, like if you've heard me talk about why I played Metal Gear Solid on stream, it was half of that happened during half of that year. And it was just like, that's what you do. And if I hadn't, I would have had an easier time of it. I mean, I might even had like, you know, better grades and a better portfolio to get into a school that I really wanted to go to. Instead of getting waitlisted at all my universities. And there were a lot of things where I'm like, why did I do that? I don't know. And like I took BC Calculus in high school, and because of my situation the first semester, I wound up having to basically learn 2 semesters of BC Calculus in one semester, while also taking Physics B. Not Physics C, I didn't take Physics C, but I did take Physics B, AP Physics B, and an entire course load of things. I think I had dropped out of band class by then. This marching band was garbage. But yeah, I took BC Calculus. And because I was learning 2 semesters in one go, while recovering from the traumatic experience of a deeply abusive relationship and my parents getting divorced, which is collectively why I basically didn't learn the first semester. I didn't learn properly. So I spent a lot of time in the calculus room trying to get up to speed. So I graduated. I technically had a 68, and my teacher gave me 2 points. So I had a 70, so I passed BC Calculus because she knew what I was going through and what I was doing. Because I barely made it through the previous, like, basically second semester of junior year and first semester of senior year. I barely made it through. I managed to pass BC Calculus semester 1 just because it was easier, but I didn't really learn or retain things. And so the second semester, and I was like, yeah, so everything fell apart last year, but I'm out of that now. She was like, okay, well, you have a double lunch period, because I was also taking this advanced specialty art class that was at a different high school. So I had to go I had like 2 or 3 classes at one high school, and then I had a double lunch during which I drove across town to get to the other high school where the rest of my classes were. And so she was like, what you do is you get here as soon as you can. You know, go get your lunch, or you bring your lunch, which, by the way, I didn't eat lunch because I wasn't eating that year either. This is why I can't really talk about weight or weight loss or watching what I eat. Because once you have broken your relationship with food in an unhealthy way, it will never fully reconnect to normalcy. So she was like, okay, well, once you get here, however much time you have of your 2 lunches, you will be in my calculus room, because we had what we called the calculus lunch club, which was a bunch of us. We were all troubled in one way or another, but like the nerdy kid troubled. And there was a kid in there who was he wound up getting his PhD in physics. He set the physics room on fire by accident in high school because he brought in this thing he built and he set it on fire. Anyway, he was really bad at writing his English papers, so he would tutor me on my physics and calculus homework, and I would edit his English papers. It was great. We keep in touch now. So yeah, he got his PhD in physics and is a physicist, and I wound up getting my MFA in creative writing, and I'm a copywriter, so it worked out. I guess I'm a marketing strategist and marketing and branding strategist now rather than a copywriter, but yeah, no, that was really good. That teacher was really cool. She understood. But yeah, she was like, you're going to be here and you're going to do the work. And she saw me do the work. And that's why she gave me the 2 points that I needed, because she was like, you deserve these points. Learning 2 semesters of BC calculus at the same time, you came really close to passing. I'm passing you. So, okay, so that's funny. Okay, it is what it is. So, I couldn't remember a lot of the techniques, and I'm really bad at little tiny details with arithmetic. I like always just, my brain is like, oh, and suddenly this is negative instead of positive for some reason. But there would be questions on the test where I couldn't remember how to execute it, and I couldn't remember what the equation was, but I remembered why they got the equation, what it was meant to solve, and how it worked theoretically. So I would write that down instead of solving the problem, and she'd be like, oh my god. So she gave me partial credit and told me not to do that. She's like, just learn how to do the thing. And I was really bad at it. But I could remember the story and the why and the how, which, for those of you who have seen my strategic thinking here in video games, like, it turns out I like thinking through these things, but executing is hard. Wow. How many math teachers do we have? We have, like Brenamania used to be a math teacher. I think, Ampy is a math teacher, or was at some point. That's amazing. It's the Calculus Teacher Club. Well, how's this? If my streaming can entertain you guys and make your lives a little less stressful at this point in my life, then I am giving back to Mrs. Kotwitz, we called her Mommy Calculus, for probably having a hand in saving my life. So, if I can pay that forward to the calculus teachers in the world as a grown-up, I'm really happy to do so. Because I'm not exaggerating. It was a really terrible time. And there was a day that my abusive boyfriend showed up at school. And fortunately, he was my ex-boyfriend at the time. Fortunately, I had kind of known that might happen at some point. And so one of my best friends walked me to my car every day after school. And sometimes it was late because we were the kind of nerds who hung out with the English teachers on Friday after school until they told us to go home. And anyway, one day I got to my car and he was there waiting for me. And thank God my friend, because he was like, I need a ride to get back to the bus station, because I'm going to be leaving. I just wanted to see you one last time. You have to drive me. And he even let himself into my car because it had keyless entry because it was a hand-me-down from my parents. And I was terrified. But my friend said, I will drive him and you stay here. And my calculus teacher came out while I was waiting for my friend to get back from dropping him off, and she was like, are you okay? Because you're clearly not okay. And so she like gave me a hug, and I didn't tell her kind of what was going on because I guess I couldn't at the time, but she was there for me then too. Maybe I should send her a letter someday. I've thanked some of the teachers who saved me during that time. Anyway, boy, that is a tangent, isn't it? That has nothing to do with anything. And what was all of this because of calculus? So yeah, I guess like Madeline, I take on unnecessary amounts of challenge because they're there. And it just doesn't occur to me that maybe I could not. The nice thing is I never had to take math again. And like... Oh no, a tangent. Yeah, see. Oh man. I'm trying to summon up some of those ridiculous equations and failing. But I appreciate this. But yeah, so now I'm at a point in my life where I was really frustrated with myself because I wasn't making progress on the things that I work on. And one of my bandmates was like, look, Lauren, you cannot compare your achievements to like one of your musician friends. Like you can't be like, oh, my friends did this cool music thing and I haven't done that. I'm not any good. 'Cause she's like, you realize like you were going to grad school for creative writing and you're writing fiction and you're leading a band and you're streaming. You're doing some art on the side. And you're doing your own covers and like you're doing these things, like you're doing too many things to be able to accomplish what somebody who focuses on one thing can do, even if you had the like talent and dedication to accomplish what they're accomplishing. You're doing too many things to do that. And it was really hard to hear that, but I mean, I don't think she's wrong. But then I'm like, I have to give something up. And maybe I do, you know, maybe I do have to say, I can't do all of these things. What really matters to me the most? I don't know. I had a period of about 2 years that I didn't do anything. And I think my bandmate had assumed, since I wasn't really doing band stuff then, I think she was like, she assumed that I'd been putting my time into these other things. And so I told her recently, I was like, no, I did not. Like, I barely wrote a word of fiction. I didn't do any art. I stopped doing covers. I didn't do work for the band. I like contributed to some materia tracks here and there. But like materia community stuff. But I was like, no, I basically did nothing, and I still am not writing. And it actually really bothers me that I haven't written since 2017 when I wrote so much. But I have to tell myself there were extenuating circumstances. Is that so? Sophie has things to say about this. But yeah, no, I'm a red mage, as it turns out. It's a good thing I play red mage in Final Fantasy XIV. One of my good friends up here in Toronto, he and I had supposed to be 7.5 hours, turned into 11.5 or 13 or some ridiculous number of hours drive back from MagFest. And we talked a lot about this because we both are basically multi-class. And we're both in musical groups with people who have focused more on music. And I'm the weak link musically in my band. And he's like, I'm the weak link musically in my band. And I'm like, why do they put up with our musicianship that is not as good as theirs? But then it's like, well, we do this and we do that and we do this and we do that. It's like, oh, okay. So I may not be the best flute player in the world or the best singer in the world, but I'm a rounded package. And maybe being a red mage is its own value. Maybe being a red mage isn't being a crummy black mage and a crummy white mage mixed together. Maybe being a red mage is itself a valuable class. That was an epiphany that I had in January. So I've been trying to work with that and accept that it means that I won't accomplish what my writer friends are accomplishing or my musician friends are accomplishing or anything like that. As long as I lead a fulfilling life and create things that speak from my heart, then that adds up to being success. Yeah, and I don't know if it's better or not, but yeah, it's actually funny. Sorry, hi, I'm Lauren. No, that same friend is actually part of how I got into the Dames Making Games group in Toronto. I was gonna, a bunch of people had invited me, and I was like, no, they've got a game writing thing, but I don't write for games. I don't write in games. I'm not in the games industry. Like, why would I go to this event? It's kind of interesting, but I'm not gonna go. I don't fit. I don't belong. And finally this guy was like, he's connected to Dave's Making Games, and he was like, you should come, Lauren. And I was like, well, I don't count, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, because we pinky promised that we were going to call each other on being insecure about being a red mage. And so he was like, pinky promise. I was like, if it were anyone else, I would be able to be like, no, and wriggle out of this. But instead I went, and it was an amazing experience that I'm really glad I went to. And I'm sorry that everything has shut down, because I was so excited that there were these different communities that I was going to be part of here in Toronto, that I've always wanted to be part of communities. And then for various reasons, I didn't get involved with them for most of my life. I would have opportunities to, and then I was with a group of people, ran with a crowd that didn't do that. And so I didn't do that because, again, as going back way back to Lauren's opinions and things being overwritten by other people's opinions easily, if I'm I want to join these clubs, and all of my friends are like, why? That's dumb. But I don't have anyone telling me that's dumb now. So I was going to join, and I'm trying to stay involved with them, even though it's long distance now. Dames Making Games in Toronto, which is super cool. I love everything about them. And I participated in their game jam. I did graphics and concepting type stuff for a game jam project that might happen someday. Very exciting. And then there's a science fiction and fantasy writing group, a scene here in Toronto that I'm trying to get in touch with. So we'll see if I can do that. But yeah, I don't even know where that came from, but yeah, I think that's important hit to key. If you're going into a field where it helps to know all these different things, that's really useful. Thank you, Blue Glass. Yeah, I'm really struggling with writing right now, because I know what I have to do to be able to write, and yet I can't do it. So we'll see if I solve that. That's true. No, this is a much better music for talk moments, but we were talking about anxiety, I think, during the anxiety music. I could have turned the music down if it was bothering people, actually. Maybe I should do that. It's an option I have. Same, Madeline, same. I don't do things in halves. That's my equivalent of this sentence right here. Are we gonna take a selfie? Yay! I think it's probably significant that she's comfortable initiating a selfie here. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. She went running over there. Oh my god, of course he's got blocks. I mean, they're so adorable. Look at her smiling. Look at that smile. This is a Madeline who's at peace. That's so cute. So cute. I really like the art in this game a lot. Yay! Oh man. Yes, and I do want to look at the Instagram account after I beat the game. Oh, so she doesn't do the selfie if you end the conversation too early? Aww. Good. Wait. Are we that close to beating the game? Don't actually answer that. Aww. Hmm. Yay! Yes. Man, I really like this music. Thanks for being cool. That's a good way of putting it. He's pretty cool. I would totally be friends with both of these people. I have had friends like Madeline before, and I've been kind of like Madeline, but I've had friends like Madeline before, definitely, and I've had friends like Theo before. Like, yeah, I would be friends with these two. The feather? I'm not done with this chapter, am I? Okay. The fire is green, guys. The fire turned green. And I really want to see the northern lights. Everything is really fuzzy. Do you hear that sound? That's what I figured. Very graceful there. Oh my gosh. I'm very graceful with this. Oh, the music is getting super cool. What is it? She looks scared. She sounds scared. Hmm. Huh. Huh. Oh, what a good way of putting that. Wow. Wow. She acted like, oh, these are totally what those like tentacle wall things are. That's what this is. This is exactly that. Wow. That's really cool. And she's been so in control of the situation for so long. Now she's losing it. Holy cow. I love the drum line happening here. Oh, right. No, I'm the feather. I'm controlling the feather. Did I fail? Did I die? Oh, wow, her voice. Wow. But that's a cute thing. Oh man, I really like this music. Wow. Okay, I guess we should save and quit. Whew! Okay, well, we went way over because I had to talk a lot. And that was a really long chapter. So, oh man. Wow. Okay then. That was a lot. My goodness, folks. Okay. So, I guess, whew, that is a lot. I guess, we will pick up with that next Thursday. Thank you guys. Thank you for being here. For all you guys who are teachers out there, thank you so much. I think probably some of you know what teachers can do for students because probably you had teachers who did that for you, but just thank you. Sophie, I know you probably want some water. I know. I'll let you out in just a sec. Yeah, no, that was incredible. Just everything about this has been really good. Thank you so much. Yeah, so, Monday we're doing creative sprints. I'm thinking about changing the scheduling on that though because it makes it harder for me to do my work day. So that might shift. I will keep you guys posted about that. Tuesday we're playing Final Fantasy VI and we did do that this week and we will do it again next week. And we're going to keep this going for however long it takes, and then I guess I have to figure out what I'm playing next. Thank you so much for joining me. I know this has been a really difficult time for people. And I just want to encourage everybody to take good care of yourselves, and also try to find ways to both build your own internal strength where you can, and then also, you know, try to look at what's happening as much as you can at the world around and see if you can find opportunities to help even in small ways, because right now the world needs all of us to do our best. So don't look away, even when it's hard and scary. If you do look away, only for a little while and come back. Let's try our best to make this world a better place and make ourselves a better version of ourselves, so that at the end of a period of great struggle, personally and as a nation, as a community, as a world, let's see if we can use this as growth and make things better. All right, I'm going to go ahead and shut down, my friends, but thank you so much for being here. And we will play more of this game next week. Bye.